This is Bob.
Hello, I'm Bob.
My name is Gleb. We're doing some kind of review of various devices we have. Yes, from cardboard to Homido. So we also come up with some scoring system. So we're gonna talk about these devices in terms of the scoring system. So let's start from cardboard.
Which is this guy here. Here, there you go. You can be the hand model and demonstrate.
Okay, I'm gonna be model, and you're gonna describe it.
Yeah. Okay. If you've ever seen the cardboard, is really cool because it's something that was supposed to be a temporary device for 2 or 3 presentations, and it's become a cottage industry. The idea is, this is my pimped up one here.
Yep. This one is simple.
Is the stock model.
Yep.
The idea is, phone goes in here, as demonstrated. You've got 2 lenses here that basically take the image from the screen, which is a side-by-side kind of 3D view, and basically allows you to look at it in 3D. The phone itself uses the accelerometer, and it's basically able to tell which way you're going. So by that, and with the fact you've got a split screen, and you've got these 2 lenses which widen the view slightly, you've got a 3D device. As I said, it was supposed to be temporary because it was literally just for like a once or twice. I think it was just for a conference, I think. So instead of a normal controller, it literally just has this here, which is a magnometer. So the idea is you slip your finger in and then push it down and push it back up. Your phone picks up that the magnetic field around has changed slightly. It interprets that as an action. It actually interprets it as a screen tap. And then basically that's it. So within your program, you can control it by just doing this. So Google kind of embraced it. There is, if you look on Google Play, you can find a cardboard program. And within that, then when you install it on your Android phone, you can install lots of lovely 3D stuff. And it's quite cool. Some of the stuff is pretty basic. Some of it is really cool. A lot of it is the kind of stuff you can show your granny and your auntie, and they're just amazed, and they think it's fantastic that they're living in the future and can be on a roller coaster in space or whatever's on it. But it is quite good indeed. So let's have a look at our scoring system, which is pretty basic. Does it work?
Yes, except that distance, like I have a really wide IPD, so it doesn't work for me perfectly. So I can see a perfect picture just by one eye, not both of them at the same time. So it kind of works for me to show it to someone, so I can hand this simple device and show my work, but I cannot use it myself because of this problem. So I'm not sure. Basically, it works. Yes.
Yeah. It for me, because I'm kind of half blind anyway. It's my IPD is a little bit smaller. I can see through the lenses. It does work. The field of view, which is there's one thing for you right there, folks. If you have glasses, you're going to be taking them off. Theoretically, your program you're using is supposed to take that into consideration, and but if you've got glasses, you can see there, it's not going to fit. For me, the field of view isn't too bad. I mean, you can actually, when you look through it, you can kind of see the edges of the cardboard itself. But if the program is good enough, if the 3D is good enough, you kind of tune that out. So does it work? Yes, it does. The other thing I'll get to later on is where the magnometer is placed is quite good for most phones. I've a Samsung S5, and it is, when you put it into the system, it picks up on the magnometer pretty well, so it works pretty well with it. So whoa. Okay, next question. Well, immersion. Again, well, that's probably answered in that. Immersion is basically when you're using it, do you feel like you're on a roller coaster in space, in the Brandenburg Gate or whatever you're doing? To a certain extent, yeah. Like I said, the field of view isn't as big as other devices, so sometimes you will see the cardboard in your corner of your eye, and it'll bring you down a bit. But it's pretty good. The next question, the most important one, is how dumb do you look wearing it? Or I'll put another way, how cool do you look wearing it? Would you wear it in a train? Would you wear it out in the street if you could see through it?
Did you create these straps and?
Oh yeah, this is my kind of home. When you buy it or when you get it, there's no straps. Mm-hmm. So this is, I got this in a Eurogiant. It's like a discount store. It's like Poundland or one of these places. And it originally had a one of those kind of headlamp things. And I took it off and I ended up putting it on my daughter's bike as a light, which actually it doubles as a bike light as well, so it was grand. And originally when I was putting it on, I was going to try and hack up some cool thing, having a little camera here or something, and I never bothered. But it works pretty well. It basically lets you put it on your head, like so. And as you can see, I look really cool wearing it. Again, I don't think at the moment there's any, maybe something like the Samsung Gear. I don't think there's really any system where you wear it out on the, you're in the train or on the street or whatever. But it looks, the fact it's cardboard, it kind of looks like you built it yourself, which is pretty cool. So you don't look too stupid, I guess. Price.
I got this one for next to nothing. I don't remember the price.
I got this one for nothing. I was at a kind of meetup and they were giving them out free. I think you can buy them for a couple of quid. You can actually build them. I mean, the only parts that are going to cause you problems, I guess, are the lenses and the magnet, and possibly there's a little NFC card there which I forgot to mention. So the idea is when you, in theory, if you put it in, your phone can pick up the NFC chip in there and basically immediately run whatever program you need to. So that's there. So otherwise you could just build them yourself. And there are places where you can go online and get the schematics to actually build them. And you can build them so that they'll work with a tablet instead of a phone. So they're cheap. I mean, you're talking €2 or €3, and €2 or €3 I think to buy them, and then €2 or €3 to ship. You get them for under a tenner, I'd say, if I remember rightly. So field of view, we looked at that. I mean,
yeah,
what do you think?
Sure. I don't have no idea what field of view.
Oh, sorry. I probably should have explained that. I just was rattling off here. I mean, the idea is basically the field of view is the amount, I guess, how wide the picture is and how much when you're looking through it is going to be taken up by whatever the hell you're viewing in it, the pretend cinema or the horse riding or whatever crazy stuff you use it for. The field of view in this it's quite wide. I mean, when you're looking at it, once you're actually looking through it, you can kind of see a lot of a kind of really wide picture. So it's pretty good. That's probably just part of the immersion, I guess.
Like it's 90 degrees, so
I think most of them are. I know that one is a bit less, and I know the Oculus Rift is a bit more. And off the top of my head, I can't think of the figures. But
that's unexpected.
Oh, yeah. And durability, that's the next thing, which is basically...
Oh, it's really bad. You see, for instance, I had to repair this one because the middle thing was off, so I had to put a hole inside of this cardboard and put something extra just to hold it tight.
So what you could have done is you could have basically taken it apart and fit an extra bit so you could widen it out. And then, because you can adjust the IPD now, there's a cardboard certified thing that basically you can go in and you'd have to work at the IPD yourself, but basically the interocular positional distance, is that it, or am I just guessing? How wide apart are your eyes, basically. But basically, yeah. So if you really want to kind of get hacking with it, you could do that. You could basically have one that you could extend out and push back in. That's actually pretty cool. Let's do that when I get home. Anyway, they aren't very durable, as you can see. This one's been through the wars already. That part on this one here, that kind of went, it's kind of going on mine as well, and I just super glued it in place. So this, sits up on a shelf most of the time. I think unless you're prepared to pretty much coat everything in plastic or, treat it with kid gloves, it's not designed to last. Like I said, the whole idea of them was they were just for like one use kind of thing, and they've just taken off. So of all and durability wise, this is the cardboard is, just because of its nature, it's being made of cardboard, probably the least durable. And moving on, comfort.
Comfortable?
Well, I don't know. You're going to see some of the other ones. I found it pretty uncomfortable. I don't know if you can see there. This is basically an old child's bike helmet parts. There's all this foam stuff that I had to put in because I found after using it for about 20 minutes or half an hour, I had giant lines across my face and my nose was kind of pushed in, and I didn't really think it was very comfortable. So I had to kind of adapt it a bit. But the whole point of these is that when you're wearing them for a while, it starts to get kind of sore in your eyes, and and if there's weight in them, it's going to kind of pull down on your face a bit. So it's not that comfortable. I mean, there's other ones out here that are more comfortable. But again, you can't go wrong for what, £6-7 in total. So which is good. That is the cardboard. Okay, we're going to go with the number 2 of our list today. This is kind of an unnamed 3D headset that I bought from eBay. From looking it up, I think it's by a company called Sunnyview.
I have to try it because I never did. So how can I use it?
Okay, right. I'll do the quick talk first. So one of the advantages it has over the Google Cardboard is it's not made of cardboard. You've got a hatch here that pops down. You've got padding for your phone.
Okay. I think this way up. Is it going to work?
Yeah. So what I usually do is put it down on the ground like that.
Okay.
Line it all up. Close this guy here.
Strapped.
Yeah. Now, a couple of things about this. Can you see it there?
No.
Okay, that's worrying. Ladies and gentlemen, I just broke his phone live. Oh, hang on, did it?
Oh, that's strange.
Oh,
sometimes you can press a power button.
There's the one thing I was going to get to about this.
Okay.
Just give it a try there. Yeah. Sometimes they can be funny about where the magnet is.
Oops. You're right.
Is that one of the ones that has a case or something? I'm just wondering. Sometimes if they pick up a magnet in a certain place, I think you put a case on them.
I have no idea.
All right, let's take the magnet off here for a minute. All right, give that a try.
Okay, it works. So it was a magnet.
Okay, which is going to be a problem for anything that uses a magnetometer. There you go. Right, straight away. That was one of the things I was going to get to about this guy in a minute. It's design-wise, it does work. It works as well. Just to point out, if I show you really quickly, glasses fit in there. So for those of you who are half blind like me, you can wear glasses. The IPD, how is it for you? Can you see with both eyes? Or?
Yes, I can. That's really good. I think that devices with bigger lenses and I think just bigger lenses is good enough. So they have smaller field of view, but they're more comfortable for different eyes.
Exactly. So it's kind of the design of it. I think it's like someone got like a 1950s Russian kind of diving mask and then fitted like something on the front of it so you could put your phone on. And so that one's designed, by the way, to work with larger phones. There is a smaller one again, and literally I found that on eBay by going and searching for 3D. I think it was 3D headsets, and I found this thing 3D VR headset. It was about €15 in total. The build of it is good. The magnet fell apart within 3 seconds of opening the box. I have this, which is a fridge magnet, which just happens to fit exactly into the slot there. Unfortunately, on my phone, which is the S5, it doesn't. The magnometer is in totally the wrong place. So the only way I could get around it was by basically sticking this on, which is a little Bluetooth selfie button, and then loading up a thing. I'm trying to think the name of it now. ThinCore, something like that. ThinCore, I think it's called, which is basically a program that lets you map Bluetooth buttons onto things like screen presses, which is what the Google Cardboard thinks you're doing when you actually press the magnometer. So I had to do, if you've got the wrong kind of phone for this, like an S5, you might have to do a lot of hacking around. If I remember right, the S6 does work with it. My wife has one, so which is good. So let's look at our guide here. Does it work?
Yes, it works, but it's hard to align the phone because in other devices you can actually like move your phone because it's available like in this, you just can push it with a finger. When it's closed like this, you cannot realign it unless you open it, put in another position, closed again.
You've got or else get like a
you
ruler.
You don't have access from inside, like on other devices you can stick your finger somewhere and do something with the phone.
Which is exactly why I had to start hacking up the whole Bluetooth thing there, because otherwise it's too tricky to try and squeeze your finger in through that tiny gap there. I mean, you gotta spend a while adjusting it. And I found stuff like, while it works pretty well with my phone, another phone that I have in there, when I put it in, it managed to drop the volume down. It was hitting off the volume button. So Your mileage is going to vary a bit, but to give you a complete spoiler on the price, like I said, 15 quid. It's cheap. It's good for the money. You're probably, like I said, it'll work with the S5. I think it'll work with the S3. Don't know about the S4. Like I said, it's worth taking the risk. I think if you want to get a nice cheap 3D headset that's not going to fall apart straight away. How dumb do we look? As always, we just look cool and awesome around these. I think it's got kind of. I think it's got that kind of like night vision, kind of Splinter Cell sort of look about it. You know, you're sitting on the train wearing this, and people think they're, you know.
Looks okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you've probably cleared the carriage out at that stage, but if anyone, you know, is still there, they probably think that this lunatic is, you know, obviously got some sort of night vision goggles on. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad looking, I guess. And my glasses fit in, so there's that.
Does it actually benefit you to wear glasses with these devices?
The only time for me, I need to wear these just for comfort more than anything, so my eyes don't get strained. And I found stuff like the Go Show 2015, which is on Google. Yeah, it's on it's basically a virtual cinema, and it's very good. To watch a whole movie through, I probably need my glasses, and it's doable. I've tried watching stuff on the Rift, the virtual cinema program on that, which I can't think of off the top of my head what the name of it is, and I can only make it halfway through even with my glasses squashed in. So for that, it's good. I mean, like I said, you can lie in bed, watch a movie in what feels like a ginormous cinema, and the fact that you can wear your glasses is a bonus. I think it's handy.
Okay.
So durability, it's.
I think it survived, except the button.
Except the button, and I had to do a bit of hacking to sticking the magnet back in there and that. Otherwise, it's grand. It's nice, sturdy. He says, hopefully not breaking it as he pulls it. Yeah, I mean you can't really go wrong, and it's actually quite comfortable. You know, it doesn't look like it's going to be comfortable, but it's actually quite comfortable. So that, like I said, it just says 3D VR glasses. There's a company in China called Sunnyview, and I believe these are the guys that are making these, or else they're making one that's very similar to this. But yeah, it's, again, Google 3D VR glasses, or look up eBay 3D VR glasses, and you'll find something along these lines. And they're good.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, sorry.
So next device,
yeah.
I think it's called Durovis Dive, is it?
Yeah.
Made in Germany. Actually, this is an old device. I think they have now updated version of it. So can you tell something about it by looking at it? I know that's the first time you probably
have it. Well, the plastic feels a bit better. Like the better quality plastic than this guy here. And as you can see here, it's like a trip to the opticians, because you can move these over your eyes and you can go, is it better or worse? Wow. So, I mean, if you've got like odd-shaped eyes, or, you know, whatever way you can adjust it for your eyes there straight away. It's a very tight clamp on there, but there's so it'll basically hold the phone in place pretty tightly. Wow, that is tight. And then, yeah, I suppose if people need to lead you somewhere while you're watching a movie, they can hold your head by these things and just pull you the direction you need to go. So let's strap this bad boy on. Wow.
Let me put a phone into the device.
Yeah, sure.
But you have to take it off.
Yes. No, that's great. The lenses kind of go in and out, as well as kind of apart and towards, so you've got full control over them, which is pretty cool.
Looks about right.
Okay, so space. So let's just So
usually you have to put them really close to your eyes. Literally, I can feel it with eyelashes.
Yeah, hang on, let's just align that bit there. Oh, there we go. It's actually pretty cool. You can I was wondering, for those of you who can't see what I'm seeing on screen, which is basically everybody, there is it's the Insurgent VR kind of trailer that I'm looking at here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the calibration is basically you move them back and forth and in and out until eventually you see one nice joined picture, and it's actually, you can really feel the quality on these, which is, I probably shouldn't start watching the trailer.
Why not? Yep.
Because I'll be facing away from the camera, looking at something, going, "Ooh, that looks interesting."
But this is not a problem of device; it's a problem of an application, I think.
It just needs to be calibrated,
yep.
I suppose. Okay, so does it work? Yes, indeed. Yes, it does. And the fact you can adjust the lenses a hell of a lot makes a huge difference. The immersion again is going to be good with that, because you can get right in there. I mean, once you calibrate it for yourself, it is pretty good. The how dumb do I look method. You've got two.
Yep. Yeah. These things, they look like antennas, but otherwise.
I would lean into it. I would put some sort of googly eyes on the front of it, and then something sticking out of these. Just,
like ears?
Yeah, exactly. Or antenna. You could have some sort of like thing sticking up, and yeah. I mean, it's.
So it can look as dumb as you want.
Yeah, they these are all. It's very hard to look cool wearing one of these guys. But I think the fact that you can adjust the lenses makes up for the fact you've got antennas sticking out. Now, price. This is a bit more, isn't it?
Yes, I think it's about €60. And the thing is that actually they have a variation of this called Open Dive. Yeah. So you can 3D print it yourself, and all you need is lenses. Actually, it's the same lenses as used in cardboard, and cardboard basically is a rip of this device, I think, because this came out first.
That's right.
Yep, so you can 3D print one yourself, or you can get one pre-assembled for you with better quality for about €60 from Germany. So no tax paid in European Union.
Cool. Durability.
It's durable except this ledge. So it's kind of.
Yeah, you gotta really just.
Yeah, and then when you're trying to pull them out, it's not working. So you have to. Squeeze it. It
is a bit scary putting it in and out. I mean, to do devil's advocate, I guess, because you've got a lot more moving parts in it. There is more likelihood of things breaking, but again, they're not too hard to replace. Yes. So
also, you can see the lenses I have. They started to wear off.
Yeah. It also comes with free magnifying glasses, so there's that as well. Yeah. So, but again, the thing is, like, these are replaceable. You could get, if you can get hold of someone with a 3D printer that owes you a favour, you could, reprint those parts. It's very comfortable. The only problem I found with it was the fact that those lenses, you're literally pushing against your eyelashes. They're literally, it's like wearing the world's biggest contact lenses. They're just pushed right in there. But it's worth it because the 3D looks really 3D.
It's not, again, it's a disadvantage of this model because you have to readjust lenses every time you put it on. You cannot, adjust it and hold it somewhere, then next time you pick them up, even if you, take it with you somewhere in a bag, it's going to be moved. So you have to readjust it every time. Yeah,
I mean, you kind of want a little locking device or something there, or just, if you really mean, do it for yourself and super glue them in place so that nobody else can use them. There is potential, by the way, for your friends to come up to you and go, "Hey, how's it going?" and start pulling the lenses in and out, which is probably a bit scary. That's the Durovis. The Dive. If I remember rightly as well, the Dive has a kind of launcher program that's free on. It's not you can't get it by by downloading the cardboard demo and going through there, but you can get it from the Play Store, and it's pretty good. You kind of when you go between different programs in it, it'll download them for you, and you kind of move between different areas, and it's pretty nifty and cool, and it works with the cardboard as well.
It also comes with a bag and also a white one, so you have a choice of color.
Exactly. So you can So you can basically, go. Do you go black today? Do you go white? You can just yeah, exactly.
It can be like fashion choice. Okay, so that was Durovis dive.
Yeah.
Okay, next device is Homido. I think it's Homido. I'm not sure how to read it. So it's almost the same device except few changes, like few differences. For instance, this front plate is metal, I think so. You can also adjust distance between your eyes and your phone. You can adjust IPD. But basically it's again the same idea. Two lenses, your phone, you can push whenever you want. So could you tell anything about it?
It's the build in it is good compared to the other ones. I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with any of these, but this just feels a little bit more professional, just a little bit more solid. Let's strap it on there. Wow. Okay. It is a lot better. It's the fact that you can really get into this, really see the screen. Like it's pretty much it just feels a lot better. I'm looking at I'm using I think it's Go Show, or it's basically a virtual cinema thing that I'm looking at that you can't see. And it is just really comfortable to wear, and the lenses it's crystal clear. It's actually better because of the phone. It's actually better quality screen than the Oculus Rift I have at home. And although it is the DK1, so it's kind of a bit old now. And the immersion presence, whatever you call it, is really there because I've actually forgotten that I am sitting in a room in Dublin, and I now feel like I'm in a cinema. So yeah, I'll take it off. Leave the Matrix. Yeah, that is really cool. That is really, really cool.
So does it work?
Yes, indeed, it definitely works. It's just, again, the lenses are clear. You've got a little bit more control over them. It's a good, comfortable feel to it. Again, it's like the Oculus Rift. I mean, lens-wise, screen-wise, I mean, I know you get the screen door effect on the DK1 because it's not the highest resolution in the world, and the DK2 is a lot better. But it's just, it feels that kind of good. You get really that really impressive feel to it straight away. So, and again, not to slight any of the other ones, it's just kind of moving up along the way, and the quality's been getting better and better, and the better the system is built, generally the better the feel. So yes, it definitely works. So how dumb did it look? How dumb do we look? I suppose at this stage, look, you're going to wear a phone strapped to your head.
Yep, and also they have nice design with this. Is it orange? Because I'm colorblind a little bit.
It's orangey red. Red?
I'm
not doubting it. It's orangey reddy pink. Yeah, it's a good. It's a well design. I think the Homido is French, so it's like good French design,
Yep.
The Homido is how I probably should be trying to say it badly. Now, price.
It's more expensive than Durovis dive. I think it was about €70.
That's for the price. I feel like I'm selling it now for the price. That's actually pretty good. You're paying for quality here, people.
I think they also working on a new version with controls, something like magnetic button, but probably not that magnetic. So it's going to be Bluetooth. I'm not sure. They're still working on this thing.
I think a lot of the magnometer thing, I think a lot of that is going to be replaced by the idea of having a Bluetooth controller. I've seen a lot of, there's a lot of cheap ones appearing now, it's really good names offhand. You can find lots of kind of cheap ones that are designed to work with phones that actually work pretty well, and some games are starting to use them. I know there's one where you're walking around a space station that uses them as well, so that could be, I mean, again, not having the magnometer might not be the end of the world. Durability. It looks solid.
Yep.
It's got metal in it. It's got metal. In fact, the only thing I'd be worried about is would that actually damage your phone, because it's quite tight and it pushes. But we're not talking about the durability of the phones here today, folks. It's like a scratch in the back of my phone. All right, yeah, that's a big mark against it. That's grand. Yeah, that's grand. In fairness, it's only a flesh wound. But yeah, if you've got a Samsung S5, just be careful putting it in there. Did it mark it?
Interesting. No.
No.
I think they have like small pads inside of it.
That's
made from rubber.
well, yeah. I mean, like I said, we're only talking the durability of this, and it's really durable. Yeah, so just be careful putting your phone in. That might have happened on one of the earlier ones. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. And it's comfortable. It's really comfortable. The lenses are crystal clear, which reminds me I should put my glasses back on so I can see what I'm talking about. The lenses are crystal clear.
And the fact that they have bigger lenses actually makes it more comfortable because, again, field of view is smaller, but the quality of picture is much better.
So it's 2 thumbs up all around. It's as I said, you're paying as you're going along through this list. You're kind of paying more each time, but there's not a huge difference between this and the Durovis Dive rather. So they're both good. I actually prefer this one a little bit. Your mileage may vary. You may, if you get a chance to try them out, before you're buying them, do because you might find the one of them suits you a little bit better than the other. But good system.
Comes with a case.
Exactly. There you go.
The case is, you see in this Dive have this bag kind of thing, and this one is a nice case that holds the device so it won't be damaged.
That does seem to be a theme, that the more you pay, the better storage you get. Like the Oculus Rift, you get that classy case that with the little clamps on it that stores everything. So I don't know what the Gear VR comes with. It's probably like a personal carriage or something. A car to put it in or something. I don't know, but it's definitely something I've noticed. The more you pay, the better the storage for them. So
yep, was good. What do you think? Should we do it anytime? Like, should we do some other review later?
Yeah, definitely, because I meant to bring along. I have a VR system from 1983 that I was supposed to bring today and forgot because I was up half the night with my son who had a nightmare, poor guy. So I will bring that, and we can also go the other way. There may be 1 or 2 other virtual kits that we can get our hands on that are even classier than these. So
at least we have a DK1 for Oculus. I have a DK2, so we can compare them.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you next time.
Bye, folks.